Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, 2 cops are charged over alleged assault of man in Dallas, St. Thomas. 2 police officers have been charged for allegedly assaulting a man during an arrest in Harteast District, Dallas, St. Thomas in December 2020. Corporal Marlon Shaw is charged with unlawful wounding, and Corporal Courtney Lewis is charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm. It is being alleged that the officers used excessive force during arresting procedures, which resulted in facial injuries against the complainant. Following an investigation by the Independent Commission of Investigations, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions ruled that the corporals should be charged. They are brought before the St. Thomas Parish Court on Wednesday, where they were bound over. The cops are to return to court on June 4. Ebonyville Spanish Town residents upset over fatal police shooting of community member. Residents of Ebonyville in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, are expressing outrage following the fatal police shooting of Damian Martin, otherwise known as a Pinky, during an alleged confrontation at his home on Lignum Avenue on Thursday morning. According to police reports, a joint operation was conducted around 9 a.m. based on intelligence. Cops attempted to engage Martin but were reportedly met with gunfire. In the ensuing firefight, Martin and a police corporal were shot. Martin later succumbed to his injuries at hospital, while the policeman is recovering from non-life-threatening wounds. Police say a firearm was recovered at the scene, and another man said to be associated with Martin was taken into custody for questioning. However, several residents are disputing the police's version of the events and are demanding answers. Well, I am a resident of Ebonyville and one who would be considered an outstanding figure, serving in community life over the years, so I know Pinky well. I don't know him to be involved in any wrongdoing, a neighbor told the news. I was on the street making a delivery when we saw an entourage of police mobiles turn onto Lignum Avenue. Shortly after, maybe less than 10 minutes, we heard continuous gunshots, said another neighbor who claimed to witness the incident. He added that he had observed Martin speaking with a contractor shortly before the police arrived. The police were seen engaging Damian in a conversation outside the house before they marched him inside. It was at this point they say a shot was fired from inside. About 15 police went inside with him, he claimed. The same neighbor noted, at the time when the shot was fired from inside the house, the police were already inside. Another longtime resident expressed disbelief. No, it can't be him. He has been living in this community all his life. We don't know him as a wrongdoer. However, we can't swear for everyone and what they could be guilty of in the cover of darkness. Martin's girlfriend, who was not at home during the incident, denied that he kept any firearm at the residence. The community, still reeling from the news, is calling for a thorough investigation into the incident. Government to finalize decision on PPV fare increase soon. Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport, Darrell Vaz, has assured the public passenger vehicle operators that a final decision on the fare increase for the sector will be made in the coming weeks. The government approved a 35% fare increase in October 2023. However, only a 19% hike was implemented. The additional 16% was scheduled for implementation in April 2024. However, due to high inflation, the fare adjustment has not been made. Providing an update on the matter during a press briefing at the ministry in St. Andrew on Thursday, Vaz informed that the Bank of Jamaica has completed a detailed analysis on the impact that the 16% increase would have on the inflation. Following this analysis, I will be taking a submission to the Cabinet in the coming weeks for deliberation and a final decision on the fare increases, he declared. Vaz, who noted that the inflation rate is declining, said he was not quite sure if it has reached the state where the 16% increase won't have a significant impact on it. But I want to thank the transport operators and to let them know that we have not forgotten them, he added. Businessman accused of fraud over vehicle purchase offered $1.5 million bail. A businessman accused of collecting over $3 million and failing to deliver a motor vehicle on the agreed date and several other deadlines was on Thursday offered bail. Petro Evans of New Harbor Village, Old Harbor, St. Catherine was offered $1.5 million bail following an application from his attorney, Odin Marston. Mr. Evans, of 43, was charged with a fraudulent conversion following an incident in Beckford District, Clarendon. It was reported that the complainant and Mr. Evans maintained a business relationship for over 4 years, during which several transactions were conducted without a prior incident. On August 7, 2024, the man reportedly contacted Mr. Evans via telephone and requested his assistance to import a blue 2017 Toyota Voxy motor car. The police in their report said the complainant paid a total of $3,150,000 to Mr. Evans for him to purchase and import the vehicle. The agreement was that the vehicle would be ready by December 2024. However, Evans failed to deliver the vehicle on the agreed date and failed to meet several other deadlines. The complainant later requested a refund, to which Mr. Evans agreed, but the money was not refunded. A report was made to the police on April 2, 2025, and Mr. Evans subsequently arrested and charged. Police search for suspect in series of rapes and robberies in Maypen. The police in Clarendon are searching for a suspect who committed a series of rapes and robberies in Maypen on Wednesday. The police say the suspect is considered armed and dangerous. Acting Commanding Officer for the Clarendon Police, Deputy Superintendent Anton Cardoza, is seeking the public's assistance in locating the suspect.
He is the main person of interest in 4 robberies and 2 cases of rape reported within the past 24 hours in the Maypen police area. If you see this individual or have any information regarding his identity or whereabouts, please contact the Maypen CIB at 876-832-2077, the Police Emergency Communications Center at 119. We look forward to your assistance in locating this individual as we remain resolute in our commitment to upholding law and order and ensuring the safety and security of all citizens.
16 guns, more than 250 rounds of ammunition seized at a Kingston warehouse. The police are reporting the seizure of 16 firearms and over 250 rounds of ammunition at a warehouse on Marcus Garvey Drive in Kingston. They say the gun find resulted from a joint operation last Wednesday between the Jamaica Customs Agency and the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division. Reports are that about 10:30 a.m., the JCA was conducting a security screening when anomalies were detected with a shipment. The FNID was alerted, and during checks, the weapons were discovered. The items include 16 pistols and 259 rounds of ammunition. There were also 25 magazines. Acting Senior Superintendent of Police, Petra Rowe, Director of FNID, says this seizure is another reminder of the continued work being done to secure the country's borders. Meanwhile, the police are urging anyone with information that can assist with the investigation to make contact. In recent months, the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Customs Agency have seized 148 illegal firearms and approximately 8,000 assorted rounds shipped from the United States through the ports. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.